Students, we have already seen male and female reproductive system. We go to the next topic, that is fertilization. Okay. Now the sperms, they enter the vaginal passage through the sexual intercourse. Okay, and then they have to travel upwards and reach the oviduct, where they encounter the egg. Now this fertilized egg, that is known as zygote, it starts dividing and forms a ball of cells called as embryo. This embryo is then implanted in the lining of the uterus, where they continue to grow and develop organs and form fetus. So the first stage is zygote, then you have got embryo, and then you have got fetus. Okay. Now this all things occurs in the mother's body. Okay. Hence the uterus prepares itself every month to receive the nurture and growing embryo. Okay, because the uterus does not know when the implantation is going to occur, so every month it is getting ready for this. Okay, the lining thickens of the uterus, and it is richly supplied with blood to nourish the growing embryo. This embryo gets nutrition from the mother's blood via a special tissue called as placenta. Okay, now this placenta is disc shaped. It is embedded inside the uterine wall. This is inside the uterus wall. There's a disc shaped structure called as placenta. Okay, now it also contains villi. If you all remember, the small intestine also contains villi. Villi are finger like projections, okay, which increase the absorption surface area. Okay, so on the embryo side of the tissue you have got villi, so that this villi provides a large surface area for glucose and oxygen passage from mother to the embryo. The developing embryo will generate waste substances, okay, that is removed by transferring them into the mother's blood again through the placenta. So the exchange takes place through placenta. The glucose, oxygen, whatever unwanted things, everything is exchange is taken place through placenta. The development of the child, okay, takes approximately 9 months. Okay, and the child is born as a result of the rhythmic contraction of the muscles in the uterus. This is after the fertilization occurs. Now what happens if the egg is not fertilized? If the egg is not fertilized, it lives for about 1 day. Okay, as each ovary releases one egg every month. Okay, so the uterus also prepares for itself every month to receive this fertilized egg. The lining becomes thick, spongy. That is because it requires for nourishing the embryo. Okay, if the fertilization takes place, then it's fine, but if it is not, then this lining is not needed. Okay, so this lining breaks and it comes out through the vagina as blood and mucus. This cycle takes place roughly every month, because every month the uterus prepares, every month it is going, if it is not getting fertilized, it is going to come out of the body. That is known as menstruation. Okay, it usually lasts for 2 to 8 days. Now let us go for the reproductive health of the individuals. Okay, now the process of sexual maturation is gradual. We have all seen that for some it takes years, some it takes months. Okay, and it takes place with the same time when the general body growth is going on. But sexual maturation does not mean that your body is ready for the sexual acts or having children. Okay, so how will we decide if the body or the mind is ready for this responsibility? All of us undergo different kind of pressure for these issues. The pressures can be from the friends. Okay, then if whether we participating in an activities, whether we want it or not. It can be from the families to get married and having children. The pressure can be from government agency to avoid children, keep minimum children. So all these pressures from different places, we have to make choices, which is very difficult. Okay, so how and when to go about for this? Now the health consequences, okay, have to be considered if you go for sexual act. Okay, so because the disease can be transmitted from one person to another person in variety of ways. Now the sexual act, it's a very intimate connection of bodies. So There are sexually transmitted diseases. These include bacterial infections such as gonorrhea and syphilis. Okay, and then can be HIV, AIDS also. So, is it possible to prevent the transmission of such disease? Yes, it is possible by covering called as condom, which is used in penis during the sex, which helps to prevent the transmission of these infections. To some extent, we can't tell that to more extent, but to some extent, yes. Now, this sexual act always has a potential to lead to pregnancy. So, if you are involved in the sexual act, you might lead to pregnancy. Okay, now this pregnancy will make major demands on your body and the mind of a woman. If she is not ready for it, her health will be adversely affected. Okay, so you have to think before you go for the pregnancy. So there are many ways which are devised to avoid pregnancy. Okay, these are known as contraceptive methods. Now there are four categories of these contraceptive methods. The first one is by creation of mechanical barrier. Second is by changing the hormonal balance. Third is by using certain devices. And fourth is surgical method. So we'll see each one of them one by one very quickly. Okay, the first one is that creation of mechanical barrier so that the sperm does not reach the egg. That can be done through condoms which are worn on the penis or some similar coverings which are worn in the vagina so that the egg and the sperm do not meet. Okay. Now the second category of contraceptive devices are by changing the hormonal balance. Okay, so that the eggs are not released from the ovary and so that the fertilization will not occur. They are usually taken orally as pills. Okay, but they change the hormonal balance, so they have got side effects too. Now other contraceptive devices are like loop or copper T, which are placed inside the uterus. This again prevents the pregnancy. Okay, but again they have got certain side effects of irritation of uterus. The fourth one is the surgical method. Okay, now in the surgical method the vas deferens in the male is blocked so that the sperm will not be transferred. And the next one is that in the female is fallopian tube that is blocked so that the egg will not be able to reach the uterus. Both these are surgical methods. Okay, they can be used to create blocks, especially when you want a permanent solution. Okay, so all these solutions and especially the surgical method, you should be performed properly and it should not be used for removal of unwanted pregnancies. Okay, female feticides disturbs the child sex ratio. Okay, male and female sex ratio. Okay, these all things should not be done. It is prohibited by the law. Thank you.